Good morning, friends. Part B, Think Differently to Succeed. It's my own autobiography. I'm going to give you in 5 parts. Alternate thinking will always make the difference. So don't give it up. Whatever target, whatever thing you have fixed, don't give it up for obstruction and obstacles. Part-time to full-time agency, the second stage that I have crossed. First one I have narrated how I took up the agency with difficulties and the alternate thinking. The second part, how I became full-time agent from part-time agent. So always think you will get an answer. Don't give it up. Put it in your mind time and again. You rewind those points. Ultimately, one fine day you will get the answer for that particular question or obstruction or obstacle. I have joined as a stenographer in a company at Ambattur Industrial Estate, which was 20 kilometers away from my place, and each way it took 1.5 hours to reach. Friends, somehow I could not get good business at the initial of my agency career. So due to my family circumstances and family pressure, I have to go for an employment. Fortunately, my cousin has helped me in getting a stenographer post in his company. So at this juncture, I thank him for giving me the first employment. Still I recognize him, still wherever I meet him in a function or so, I will fall on his feet and I will thank him because he has given the first step forward in my life. Hence, I literally slept on agency for quite few months because I have to start, always the factory will start by 9 or 9:30 maximum. So I have to start by 8 o'clock. To start 8 o'clock, the time taken for arranging or equipping myself to start, all those things. And they will leave by 5:30 or 6. So to come to my residence, again it will be 8 p.m. So literally I have slept on the agency because of this tiredness. A moment I thought, after few months, I thought, I only took up the agency with the interest and vigor. I should not give it up. Why should I give it up? Then it is meaningless for having taken the agency itself. So I thought a moment, how to get over from this situation and to maneuver the agency, see that the agency grows. So I was time and again while traveling, while taking rest and all, multiple times I have analyzed how to get the way out for this situation. I should not give up the employment as well as I should not give up the agency. That stand I have took and analyzed what could be the way out for these two to be continued. Then there is no meaning on sleeping over it. That is, I only took, nobody pressurized me with so much interest, and I felt that the agency was God sent. That's why I have not given up, because the very first I have applied for it, and I should, as far as possible, I have to upkeep that first moment. So I was continuing, but due to employment I could not. I scratched my head for many days, and then I got an idea. An idea has flicked. By then I was a bachelor I asked my mother to prepare two tiffin boxes, one for the lunch and another for before leaving the factory to take. So that I will get the physical energy. I have the mental energy always. That's why I could succeed in many obstacles and abstractions. I have lot of good mental energy. So to substitute the physical energy, I took the second tiffin box. After factory hours till 10 p.m., I have visited a few prospects' house or policyholders' house for service or renewal. So between 6 and 10, of course traveling inclusive of the traveling time, I utilized to manure the agency, to handle the agency so that I can keep both alive, employment as well as agency. So I will return by 10:30 or so. I will sleep late night by 11 o'clock. So I worked hard in those days. So don't give it up at any point. You have to struggle and see the alternate. And I assure you the struggle will be temporary for a particular period or 1 or 2 years. Then you will get alternate and you will get more out of the struggle. This made the difference in my business and started seeing the result of increase in my business, because the more I started interacting with people for new business as well as for servicing, they started giving me the business. That's why in this juncture, another good thing you have to do as an agent, meet people regularly. You may be having assistants, you may be having WhatsApp, you may be having Telegram, you may be having email. Apart from all these things, wherever possible, you meet them personally. That will make the difference. That will have the human touch, and in fact that will make them to think to help you more. So as far as possible, kindly meet them in person. Then I have joined as proofreader. So I have given up that stenographer because it was too long and my day hours are confined with that stenography, or rather that employment. So I have given it up. Another relative helped me in getting in Indian Express as proofreader. The advantage, only night shift there. Only night shift there. Mostly I worked in the night shift, which was 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. because newspapers will be published around 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. It will come out for circulation. One fine evening, I have been asked to give my explanation for wrong publication in the news item. So an error has occurred in the publishment, which I am held responsible for it. The writer of that article was missing. After verifying the records, I came to know that it was not my mistake and that of the first proofreader, as I was the second proofreader on that day. So the second proofreader job is to see that only the mistakes carried out or pointed out by the first reader has been executed properly or not. Not to go with the original draft message. When I have started writing the same, what has actually happened, my seniors by then have advised me not to write bluntly and accept somehow, as it was a private company. This type of reply they will not relish, they told. You should not answer bluntly and you should not shirk it out or something like that, they were advising me. But somehow I firmly stood on my principles and ethics. Still my hallmark in success, not alone in business or top producer, I sincerely tried to upkeep the principles and ethics, rules and regulations of the corporation. That made the difference, apart from being the top producer. Friends, here I emphasize or underline the word, even after keeping principles and ethics, rules and regulations, we can be topper. Only thing, we have to face some more difficulties, that's all. So you need not compromise on rules and regulations, which I will teach you later, what we are doing and what should not be done. With my good experience only I am guiding you, not as a direct what is called a preacher without practicing. I have practiced and preaching now. Hence, given the explanation what exactly gone with, as the seniors told me, the next day I was terminated from the services because it's a temporary job. It was a temporary, after 1 or 2 years only they will make me permanent. The person who has introduced me told me like that. Somehow I didn't feel unhappy about it. Because I stood on principles and ethics, I have to face it. So I made up my mind. Had I accepted and bowed to the circumstances, I would have probably retired as senior proofreader in Indian Express. See, friends. So whatever happens is happen. Don't deviate from your principles and ethics and rules and regulations of the corporation. Of course, temporarily it may hold you or distract you, but don't give it up. Model of the two above, that is agency taking and this employment, we have to see the alternate for any obstacle, and whatever happens is for our good only. When you stand on your principles and ethics, whatever happens, it is good for you, because God will always test us how we are holding the principles and ethics, rules and regulations. So definitely it will be tested. Definitely it will be tested. Because of these two main turnaround, today I am proudly delivering as the topmost and successful development officer retired person. The first thing, I have not given up in taking the agency. Second thing, I stood on my principles and ethics. These two made the difference. Had I bored, had I in the first stage itself, instead of taking agency, if I would have gone for alternate, this much of comfort or enjoyment probably I would not have, probably 100% I would not have enjoyed, because such a great organization LIC of India is. Really from heart I am telling you, LIC of India is a great organization which can give you the undreamt dream of, undreamt position of US. You would not have dreamt of it. That much position it will give you. Only thing, you have to sweat for it sincerely with a dedication. Thank you, friends. We will continue in the part C. Once again, I look forward to contribute for the, rather subscribe for the YouTube channel and contribute for the website, and ask many more to join in these two services of mine. Thank you.